I need to get a new chair. This one's broken. Sitting on it really hurts my tailbone. Like, really. I was dying after that 24-hour stream. You gonna get a gaming chair? No. Gaming chairs are ripoffs. Literally, never buy them. I'm serious. Never buy a gaming chair. They're always a ripoff. You want office chairs. Get office chairs. The next chair I get will probably have a mesh back. I'll try to get a really high quality one because the reason I got this chair for so long is because my weak lower back. But I've since had physical therapy and my lower back's a lot stronger now. So now I want something with a mesh back so my butt doesn't get so warm when I sit down for long times. Mesh back chairs are pretty common for people who live stream because you're sitting down in a chair for a long time, usually under warm studio lights like these. So you want like good airflow. Aren't you worried about the cats tearing it? Not so much. I mean, they've torn this, sure, but there are some pretty sturdy mesh chairs. It really depends on the material. But if necessary, I can like discourage them from attacking it. They only really attack it when I'm there. They do it for my attention, you know? If I swat them away, they'll learn. I buy an office chair for $10. Yeah, I strongly encourage you spend a lot on... Listen, guys, if there's anything you guys are going to spend a lot of money on, if there's anything you're going to drop cash on, stop drinking, stop doing drugs for a bit, okay? You want a good computer chair, and you want a good bed. If you spend all your day in a chair, the way I do, because I work here and I do everything here, frankly, then you want to drop at least 400. You can find good ones for less than that, but generally speaking, like above 400, you're going to find a really good range of high-quality chairs. It is so important. Please, guys. Yeah, shoes, bed, chair, anything that is like about ergonomics, that's about like keeping your body positioned well, you want to drop fat cash on that. Seriously, like it's like the buying cheap shoes thing, right? I got a nice pair of high-quality running shoes from Nike, and I still found that the arch support within the shoe wasn't enough, so I got some inserts and replaced the default ones, and now they're fantastic. I went from having like calf pain and ankle pain after walking on hilly terrain for 30 minutes to having nothing. I feel like a superhuman when I walk now. Before I was getting weak, you know, hurt my ankles, hurt my like the tendons on top of my foot, you know, but now just totally I can walk forever. The first thing to give out are my lungs, you know, which is better than my feet, you know. What's a good chair? Just look at office chairs. Honestly, if you go to any like office supply store, like Staples or Office Depot, they usually have pretty good chairs just there. I think it's important to try out a chair before. Sometimes there are furniture stores that have a pretty good selection of office chairs. Not like IKEA, though. IKEA does not. You would need to go to something a bit more specialized. What is a chair? I couldn't even begin to tell you. I hate my toilet, but I hate the idea of buying another one even more. You don't need to buy a new toilet. Buy a toilet seat. So a toilet seat as well. Get a high-quality toilet seat. I'm not joking. Low-quality toilet seats contribute massively to people getting hemorrhoids. If you get a high-quality toilet seat, it's way less of an issue. And a bidet, yeah, but I'm just saying, just, you know, we're talking ergonomics. What? Do you guys not know what hemorrhoids are? How long are you spending on the toilet? Bro, I sit down for my job. These are all kids. Yeah, they're a bunch of 16-year-old Zoomers flossing. They're listening to this and they're fucking Dr. Dre beats and they're flossing as they listen to this. They've never had hemorrhoids. They don't even know. Everyone's got hemorrhoids. Literally everyone gets hemorrhoids. Just a matter of how often and how bad. Past a certain age, at least. Well, assuming you sit down a lot. If you walk around, if you don't really sit down that much, probably not then. But if you sit down a lot, it's pretty inevitable. Yeah. Never gotten a hemorrhoid in 35 years? Well, that's pretty impressive if so. Look up hemorrhoids, you'll get them set. Do you guys even know what hemorrhoids are? There are two types of hemorrhoids, external and internal. They're basically just inflamed blood vessels. They happen when excess stress is placed on basically any lower bit of the gastrointestinal system. So this can happen if you sit down a lot. It can happen if you get constipated and shit too hard, you know. External hemorrhoids are more common, and they can just hurt when you wipe your butt. It's a pain in the ass. Haha, you get it? But it's also pretty common. Like, it's not that uncommon, you know? It tends to happen sometimes, a little bit. But you can also have internal hemorrhoids, which are more of a problem. They're a lot rarer, I think, and it can mean you poop a lot of blood. It's probably not good. You don't have to worry too much about, do they last forever? No, they go away. If you have persistent blood when you poop, then you might have a recurring internal hemorrhoid, and if you do, you might want to go to a doctor. So it's just when your ass bleeds. No, you can feel you can feel an external hemorrhoid, like it's like a bump on your asshole. You can just get preparation H. There are like little wipes you can get. I thought hemorrhoids is when your intestine comes out of your butt. No, that's a prolapse, and that shouldn't be happening. Again, external hemorrhoids are pretty goddamn common. The only thing you really have to worry about hemorrhoids wise is if you have an internal hemorrhoid. That's like not on your butthole, but like up in your gastrointestinal system, which you can tell because sometimes you'll poop and a bunch of blood will come with it. And it's not usually like a really big problem, but if it stays around for a while, you might want to talk to a doctor. On the plus side, there's a very low likelihood of any kind of like disease or infection because the blood vessels in and around your butt are very resistant to any kind of infection caused by your own poop because they have all the right defenses, I guess. Otherwise, every time you got a minor abrasion on your asshole, you would have like infinite gangrene and would die. So that would be bad, you know. So it was a hemorrhoid and not a weird pimple. Oh my God, this education is helping people. Yes, that was a hemorrhoid. Almost certainly that was a hemorrhoid. Vaush, why do you know so much about this? Because I sit down like all the time, so I thought I'd look it up. I'm only reiterating like a pretty minor amount of education, I think. But, you know, if you sit down a lot, you're going to have hemorrhoids. Truck drivers, get them a ton. It's not good. It's not good. If you have hemorrhoids, the best thing that you can do to avoid them, have high quality chairs and toilet seats because that helps a ton because it helps distribute the weight of your body. Right now, because my chair is broken, it is not distributing the weight of my body well. So hopefully I get a new chair soon. And yeah, probiotics, just anything that makes pooping not a big problem, would be a good idea. And it doesn't hurt to do a little bit of stretching because doing a little bit of light stretching or yoga can help promote blood flow throughout the entire body, which can be really effective in solving a number of issues, you know, including those. Do you think anal sex would make hemorrhoids more common? I don't think so. They might a bit, but anal sex doesn't stress your butt the same way that the things I'm talking about do. Like the types of pressure like that your butt and lower intestine are subjected to when you sit for a long time or poop aren't the same that like stretch your ass out when you're getting fucked or whatever. So there might be hemorrhoids would make anal worse. I don't know if anal would increase the likelihood of developing a hemorrhoid. It might though. I don't know. I don't bottom. So Vaush is the gym teacher and chat's the dumb teenagers now. Yeah, listen up, knuckleheads. IBS is a big causer as well. Yeah, I don't have IBS. I know people who have had IBS. It seems like it sucks. Pooping frequently can be an issue. Yeah, please don't do anal when you have a hemorrhoid. Just, you know, take care of yourself, okay? Guys, what did you think preparation H stands for? It's hemorrhoid. That's what that's for. It's a topical cream for your butthole that makes the hemorrhoids not happen. People make a joke out of Prep H or whatever, but past like, again, like I'm speaking with bias here because my job involves me sitting down in a chair all the time. But like, I think basically every adult has at some point used Preparation H. I mean, like adult like 30 plus or whatever. It's a very common thing to deal with. I use Anacel, thank you. Yeah. Not me. Well, maybe you guys should. It's not that. Okay. It's not harmful. Okay. Self-report. I'm not self-reporting. I've had hemorrhoid. What the fuck is Prep H? It's a hemorrhoid cream. Look, the only reason I'm going over this right now is because when I was growing up, I thought hemorrhoids were this like freaky, insane, gross, weird thing that very few people got. And then being a computer nerd my whole life, you know, I realized I had one at 19 and then I looked it up and it was like, oh wait, like everyone's had this. Like literally like this is the most this is like herpes simplex type A or whatever, where it's like basically everyone has it, but but you get the impression that like it's insane or whatever, you know. Prep H also helps reduce swelling under the eyes. I mean, it's just a basic like anti-swelling cream. I'd say a basic topical steroid, right? I think. Did you get your hemorrhoids surgically removed? Getting your hemorrhoids surgically removed is like a way late game, top tier, high level response to having hemorrhoids. That's like, yeah, that's down the line. That's you. Yeah, yeah. I hope that's not a, yeah. Late stage hemorrhoid strats. Yeah, that's a whole thing. It's like nuking an ant colony. It can happen. Think of it kind of like a bruise. Everyone's gotten bruises in their life. Sometimes a bruise is so bad that it doesn't close, and you have like prolonged internal bleeding, and that needs to be dealt with by a doctor. But like, that's such a rare, you know? Don't they use lasers for that? There are two kinds of surgery to address hemorrhoids, if I remember correctly. One of them is with stitching, and one of them is with lasers. This is really far down the line, like unlikely stuff. I mean, like the vast majority of people won't have to do that. But if you do, I'm pretty sure it's a relatively safe and not too much of a bother procedure. Why not get a standing table? Why not?